I'm seriously Sterling, and this is going to be Baldur's Gate. So, just a few things to get out of the way before we actually get started on the run. This is an old D&D game, so I wanted to take a little time to walk you through the character creation. So, we're going to be a male, because my dog is male, so that's important. We're going to be a half-elf, because only two races can be the class that we want, which is a Bard Blade. Bard Blades have a specific skill that allows us to move at double speed, which is very, very nice. We're chaotic neutral because we're going to do what we want. It is a speedrun after all. We're not here for the side quests or the story or the lore. No, no, no. We're just marching right on through. For stats, we don't have a lot of requirements. We have a few things we like to have, but we don't. So I need 16 strength, 15, 16 strength. It allows me to do a skill check later on, and I need 18 charisma. Everything else is just kind of nice to have. For those that aren't aware, we then get bonuses to our skills as we make checks later on. That's just fine. We get proficiency in weapons. We don't care. We're never going to swing a sword at all. Get my very specific orange. We'll get my voice. And then the name. Firebird, what was the winner of the naming incentive?
The winner of the naming incentive is Sonichu, capital S O N I C H U.
Lovely. Thank you so much for donations. We will be Sonichu, the half-elf Bard Blade, who happens to look like an Irish Wolfhound. So, we are going to be playing on the core rules. This is just kind of a weird community thing. The run doesn't change for anything between insane and easy. So, we could play on anything, we just choose to play on core rules. Time's going to start when I hit the done button here. If we are ready with that timer, I'll count down from 3. In 3, 2, 1, go. So right off, we hit our offensive spin. That's that bard ability I was talking about. And we're going to go talk to our mentor, Gorion. We were an orphan, we were raised here, something, something. That's our childhood best friend. We'll see here in a second. A lot of things happened there. A lot of stories set up. We don't really care. We're just going to take a few things off of Imawin, rest to get our offensive spin back, and then just kind of ditch Imawin in the corner. Now we're going to come up to these two. They also have an item we want. They're evil, though, so we really don't want to associate with them. So we're just going to pop into our party here and remove everybody, because we fly solo. We got attacked there, which isn't ideal, so now I have to talk to Elminster. That's okay. It's a minor time loss, but we just wander our way up here. So lots of things to try and cover because it is a D&D game, lots of mechanics. I'll try and keep it to a minimum. For the most part, whenever you rest, you're going to get a reset of all of your abilities. We're going to be using that a lot to get offensive spin. Ring and a rock, don't worry about it. From there, there's a ton of little maps that we have to try and open up. Once you have discovered a place, you can go back there again. But if you haven't discovered a place, obviously you can't go there. So we're opening up some maps right now that we're going to come back to in a little bit. And in the meantime, we're just kind of working our way towards our first main objective, which is the Nashkel Mines. First of all, we've got to do a little bit of a shopping trip. So that ring we picked up in that rock is really, really good. It allows you to memorize extra spells in the first, second, and third level for a wizard. It's worth about 9,000 gold, which is a lot, in case you're wondering. So we're going to just sell that off, because we don't want it. I'm going to pick up a safety potion of explosion, some magic blocking. We'll get to that later. Protection from magic we'll use way later. Identify's coming up soon, Shield's coming up soon, Mirror Image is coming up soon, and all of these invisibilities you'll get to see. So then, we're going to head out and try not to get too attacked by skeletons. So every time we rest, there's a chance for an encounter, just like every time we're moving between maps, there's a chance for an encounter. It's one of the major sources of RNG for your times in this run. It's just how many encounters you get and how often you have to reset your rests. So now we're headed to Nashkel after we did our shopping. We need to accept the quest. Wonderful lag there. All right. And one of the quickest ways to do that is to go talk to this guy who's been possessed by an evil sword, and ta-da! We've been teleported to Nashkel. So even though that took time, my abilities are still up, which is great. And just like that, I have picked up my very first chapter quest. We are now officially in Chapter 2, actually, and we are on our way to the Nashkel Mines. So within the mines, this is supposed to be kind of like your first big dungeon crawl experience. It's filled with kobolds, it's filled with all kinds of easy-to-fight monsters. We're going to ignore all of it. We're not interested. We're just going to identify a wand here quick that we found in a tree. Again, don't worry about it too much. Put shield on ourselves, and right at the start there, we used one of those potions we picked up off of both Imwin and Monteron. Those are the three people we saw at the start. It's an oil of speed. They are very handy. They also double your movement speed. But instead of lasting for a number of rounds, they last for 1 hour total. Which, if you've played D&D, one of the concepts that stuck around for a long time is that one round, so all the actions you can complete in one round, is approximately 6 seconds. And we're going to be abusing an internal timer within the game. Normally, if you're playing this is set kind of to be a real-time game. It's what's known as real-time with pause. So we have the option to pause, but otherwise the round counter is just kind of chicken away in the background, and that's fine. We are able to do something called a quick save quick load, and that allows us to basically reset that round counter. So we're able to, in real time, have more rounds than we're supposed to, which is really handy. And you'll get to see that here in a second when we fight our first boss. So, we've got kobolds lined up everywhere, but we're invisible, so they can't see us. They can't smell us either, which, old game. We'll let it slide. These darker guys are real dangerous. They have flaming arrows. So we're going to grab that wand we found in a tree. We're going to just shoot Mulahay here with it, and we're looking for some decent damage. So you'll see me reset a couple times here, looking for a specific number. And once we see that, we just tap him again, and down he goes. So that's the example of the quick save, quick load being to our advantage. Because we just got off a bunch of attacks that normally each time that wand fires would be 6 seconds in between. So we're already into Chapter 3 in a 7-chapter game. We're going to go join some bandits after we stop by a carnival and talk to a carny about a fireball necklace. Because it's not D&D without fireballs. Surprisingly, this is our first random encounter. We'll get to see more of those soon. Yeah. I guess this is a good time while I'm wandering up to join the bandits. If there's any questions or announcements you have, Firebird.
Just one quick announcement. The bid war for the trauma center under the knife healing touch shape will be due about 10 minutes into that run. So you have however long's left of this run, which isn't very long, and then a little bit of time at the start to get your donations in for that bid war. That's it. Thank you very much.
There is an unfortunate death. There's a lot of nasty encounters we can get on our way up. So we're just going straight from point A to point B. And a lot of these encounters, as you can see, can kill us. Which I suppose I should make known. I will be donating $5 a death. There's a few spots. This is one of the main ones. But there's also a spot in the next big dungeon where there's a lot of death that can happen. So we just convinced these bandits that we are a bloodthirsty berserker. You can tell, right? Look at us. We're wielding a quarterstaff. Yeah, bloodthirsty. That's us. But they're totally going to buy it because our charisma is so high. And so now we just got to walk through this bandit camp with impunity, which is fantastic. We used to have to do a whole thing here where they were all aggroed, and it was nasty. Instead, now we just get to chug a potion and wander through like we belong. Talk to this guy, and then try not to talk to this guy. If he talks to us, this entire room aggroes and we die. So that potion we drank on the outside was immunity to lightning, which obviously was very handy there. In that chest, we found some paperwork, because all good villains leave paper trails. This will be a recurring theme. And we found out that there is another secret mine in Cloakwood. So now we're going to wander our way through this very complicated maze of trees. Try not to get attacked by Tazloy. There we go. There's this very specific sequence of events that needs to happen here, depending which exit, which cardinal direction you exit out of, depends on which zone you get access to. And this is the first time that they use that in a confusing manner. So if I try and exit east, I might not unlock anything. Whereas I know that I need to exit in certain directions here, so I know where I'm going. That wasn't a great explanation, but you kind of get the point. If I exit north, south, east, or west, I get different options. So we're getting lots of random encounters here. We're still level 1 because I haven't leveled up yet. But everything here can pretty much just kill us. Those wyverns are nasty, the ghasts are nasty, everything's just kind of mean. Typically in a game, you're going to be somewhere around level 4, level 5, coming in here with a decent-sized party, preferably your full 6. So now we're just going to fireball the darkness. There's a guy named Drasus over here. He has an item we want. So we're, again, going to be abusing that quick save, quick load mechanic. And it just allows us to get more fireballs off faster than we normally could. You'll notice that I can't save after I've dealt damage to him, and that's just because I can't save while I'm in combat. So there's his boots. These are the paws of the cheetah. They double my movement speed. They stack with oils of movement, which is just good news. So now I'm moving at quad the base movement speed. Recast invisibility because this mine is full of guards and some poor miners. I'm going to level up here, just in case I trigger one of these traps. I have a chance of survival. It's not high. Beautiful. With our quad movement speed, we can occasionally get over trap triggers without them triggering, which is very, very nice. So, we're going to wander over here. Here is the door of randomness. There's an invisible door here. Your passive perception needs to reveal it to you. And that's just more hidden rolls that you don't get to see. Put my wand back on, he's going to talk to me, and I'm going to wand him. And just like you've seen before, quick save, quick load. Oh, wow. Nice. A 2 wanders really fast, abnormally so. And that is our second big dungeon done. So we are now into Chapter 5. We are finally going to head to our titular city, Baldur's Gate. And I've got a little bit of time before I do my next shopping trip. So Firebird, if you got anything for us?
Yes, I do. I have a message to you from Pete Plays the Games, who generously donated $10 and said, "Let's go, Surly."
Thanks, Pete. So yeah, we're just wandering over some like big name places. If you're part of the Forgotten Realms lore at all, there's lots of little fun secrets that happen in here. It's a whole book series. It's a whole like D&D zone. It's massive. If you ever want to get into it, Forgotten Realms is one of the big names that you can try and get into. So there's Elminster again. We don't want to talk to him. He's just kind of long-winded and has lots to say, like most bearded wizards. We've got our second shopping trip, where we're going to sell off those couple of magic items we found, and we're going to pick up basically a lot of potions. Potions help you win the game. So we're getting some invisibility, some more oils of speed since we used ours up, some master thievery because we're going to do some pickpocketing later, and clairvoyance because it's broken. You'll find out later as to why. Load up our belt with a bunch of potions and start moving quad speed again. We met Scar at the entrance, and Scar has a mission for us. He wants us to investigate the Iron Throne. And we just did. In and out, easy as that. Iron Throne investigated. So now we're going to go talk to Scar. He's going to go, oh great. Oh dear. That is most unusual. We'll see if he can pop out for us again. Good, good. Okay, phew. I popped in and out of the Iron Throne a little bit too fast. Normally, if I get that activation, it's fine. So this is the Grand Duke. He's in charge of the Flaming Fist, but he's about to get poisoned and dies, so that's not good. We are back to Candlekeep. This is where we started the game, by the way. But they're a little draconian in their entry measures, which is why we didn't go back right away. We need Book of Special Value. We just talked to a guy. He had something important to say, but basically we've been accused of murder. So now we're in jail. That seems right, right? Now we're going to get sprung from jail, and we're going to pick up some scrolls because reasons. And the reason we couldn't get teleported all the way out is something magical fields. So now we have to walk out, but we're going to walk out invisible, so we don't care. Some foreshadowing for later, if you can recognize those character models as they go flying by. We will talk about them in a second as I navigate this twisty realm of darkness. One of the hardest parts about mastering this game is how to deal with that fog of war. Just wander our way over, get our next level for our last little bit of pickpocket before we head in. Cool. We're on our way back to Baldur's Gate. Ooh. Deadly encounter, maybe? Oh, we survived. Excellent. So, go fast again, go invisible again. Hopefully you're catching on to the themes here. Just be fast and invisible. And now we're going to start chugging those potions of Master Thievery. This guy here has some scrolls we need. Because again, every good villain needs to leave a paper trail. So we're going to pickpocket him, hopefully 4 times here. Perfect. Second try is not bad. Pay him 10 gold because he caught us. So now we have an invitation to the crowning of the new Grand Duke Saravok. Here's Rodnim. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
There's my invitations. Here's your invitations. And ta-da! Doppelgangers. Big spoilers. We'll let him wander into the fog of war. Perfect. So now we're just going to fireball the darkness again. And we're doing our best not to hit Belt. If I hit either Belt or our caster back there, they will instantly kill me. So I'm just keeping a close eye on my message box here to keep track of who I've hit and who I haven't. Okay. So now we're going to swap over to our wand and see how badly we did. We didn't do great. We missed one guy entirely. And these guys hurt if they get a hold of me. So I'm trying to kite him around Belt. Belt does a good amount of damage. Perfect. And now it's just clean up from here. And I have plenty of wand charges to do it, so we should be in good shape. Oh, there's one extra guy. Alright, this will be a little slow, but that's okay. There you are. Nice, nice. The two guys with 2 pips are down, which is very good. I was a little nervous, because again, all of my damage is on dice. They're all rolls, so they aren't guaranteed numbers. So if I roll too low, then I'm going to end up needing more charges than I have. But that actually went reasonably well, all things considered. It's one of the most scuffed fights in the game. We've had lots of different strategies over the years to try and figure out how to optimize that. We're going to talk to Belt again, and we're going to get teleported to the Thieves' Hideout. So Saravak was there, and he's got a big evil plan. He's going to resurrect Baal, the god of murder. And we don't want that to happen, so we're going to go stop him. To do that, we're going to get through this giant labyrinth. Cool. So we cast some of our spells that we found in Candlekeep there, and then I'm going to cast Clairvoyance. Now, Clairvoyance is not supposed to work in dungeons. Obviously, that's not true. So now I just get to autopath my way there, while running quad speed and completely immune to everything and invisible. So, happy days there. And we are coming up real quick on the end of the run, which reminds me, I need to go back and talk to Nuber, because that incentive was met. So, as soon as we finish beating Saravak, we're going to go back and we're going to talk to Nuber, because it's important that we talk to Nuber. Out we go.
The hero is on the job.
There's some more mercenaries that are sent to kill you. Lots of people try to kill you in this game. So here we are at the final boss. And the final boss really needs 2 items to kill. That first one is that protection from magic that we found way early on, right? We bought that. And then I need this, ooh, he can see me. I was a little bit slow there trying to explain things. That's okay. That's why we make saves. So, protection from magic. And then, we just stand him right here, thematically, on this face of Baal. And there are traps here. And they do damage to him. And they don't do damage to me. So we just dance here, invisible, and completely protected from magic. And we win. And that is time.
Good game.
Good game. I'm going to wander back here and talk to Nuber. So to do that, I need to get through some Siege Dragon Spear stuff, so bear with me.
Does that give me just enough time for a quick donation?
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, then we got a donation from Scarabs for $50. No comment, but thank you for the donation, Scarabs.
We wander back through our chapters. There's a very convenient chapter save. So, in Nashkel, we have 2 people of note. The first of them is Minsk. Everyone knows Minsk. So, there's Minsk. There's your extra bonus. And the second one is down here, and his name is Nuber. Everyone say, "Heya" to Nuber. Nuber likes to follow you around and ask questions. And he will literally follow you to the ends of the earth. Heya. Heya. Oh no, Nuber, you stepped in something. Heya. So yeah, this is Nuber. He's He's special. We love him. I think he has the single most dialogue options of any NPC in the game. And now he's just going to be talking. And we're just going to wrap this up nicely with Minsk killing us. Because he's good like that.
All grows cold, and then
The sweet taste of victory right there. All right. A couple quick shout-outs. We do have a Discord. It's attached to the speedrun page. If you want to learn the run, we do have a couple of guides out for Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I'm actually working on updating the Baldur's Gate 1 guide. It's a little outdated, but it will get you up there. We also do a couple of other categories, and we are currently in the process of routing out the Baldur's Gate 1 single playthrough. So that'll be Baldur's Gate 1 and Siege of Dragonspear. Big thanks to Lindworm and Jaseed for helping route this. Great fun. Also a bum for finding the sewer skip for us. And yeah, I'm on Twitch, and this has been Baldur's Gate. Have a great marathon, everybody.
I hope you have a great marathon too. And once again, thank you for the run, and thank you for all the effort you've put into our marathon.